Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you're having a good day today. Good day for me. I didn't do a video yesterday because I got a phone call yesterday, or not phone call, a text message yesterday morning from getting good with reps, guys. Your sales reps at your local wherever it be, a Sephora, Shoppers, J.C. Penney, Saks, wherever you shop. Getting good with your sales reps. Anyway, they have my number and they text me all the time when something goes on sale or they think I like something or something comes in. And she texts me and says, "Hey, we got the new Sauvage in," because she knew I was looking to try it. So, sweet. So I got off early yesterday. Not early. I mean, it was my scheduled shift. Uh, 5 to 2. So I got off at 2 o'clock, went right to the store, got in the store, sprayed on a ton of it. Because I knew it was water based, and I'll talk about water based in a minute. But I sprayed on it, and I heard a couple people say it wasn't the greatest performer. So I sprayed on a ton of it, at least half a dozen sprays, figuring it's a Sauvage, right? Even a weak Sauvage, that's going to be a lot. And no, no, no. So she was like, "No, I can't really, I kind of smell it, but not." I was like, "Holy face!" So I put on at least 10 more. So I'm walking around the store now thinking I'm stinking out everybody. And she said she could smell it, but it was still kind of light. It's like that's 15, 16 sprays of a Sauvage. You should. Anyway, we'll get into performance. Let's talk about the fragrance first. Uh, I got 2 samples left, and that's it. Well, sample and a half, because I used half already. So that's 4.5 I've used over the last day and a half. It's not good. So when the notes are elemi resin, spices, lavender, musk, woods, there's a little more in there. I pick up a mint right off the top. Like when I first sprayed on, it's a very fresh, soft spice with a mint-like quality for the first 15 minutes, 20 minutes or so. Then it's a nice, clean, sweetish, not overly sweet, but there's a sweetness to it, a floral sweetness, a lavender that comes out and mixes with the spice and the resin. The elemi resin is giving it a little bit more spice vibe to it than just the spices alone, but also a bit of that resinous vibe, a little bit of powdery is not the word, but I think you guys know what I mean, like a resinous vibe to it, but very, very slight. And this is very lavender heavy in the mid though, almost just lavender. Like I said, there's a hint of the spice still there and the resin, but it's pretty much just lavender to me. Again, a clean, fresh, slightly sweet floral lavender. So nice. I like lavender. It's nice. It is what it is. Um, and then as it goes on, white musk and kind of indiscernible woods come out. Nice woods, though. They are nice woods. And the woods are pretty nice, but it's just not, I can't really determine what woods they are. It's just a mix of woods. So at the end of the day, it's a spicy, floral, woody, fresh scent. A light scent. I keep saying light, fresh, clean. It really is for a Sauvage. Very light, fresh, and clean. It's okay. It's okay. It's just nothing stands out really. Like everything is light in this fragrance. The spices are light. The resin is light. The lavender isn't quite as light, but it's still not a heavy scent. You know what I mean? It's a fresh light lavender, but it's more noticeable than the rest of them. And the musk, you kind of get it, like I said, in the base. And then the woods, you do pick up some of the woods. They're very nice, but it's just not a strong fragrance. And I'm not one really, I'm not, fragrance doesn't have to be super strong for me to like it. A lot of fragrances I like, but this one just, yeah, performance wasn't there at all on me. Like I said, smelled okay for what it was. It was pretty light, but performance, not good. Not good on me. 20 minutes, maybe a half hour projection, not even an arm's length out there. Then it comes in, gives you a little bubble, like, a few inches, 7, 8 inches for another half hour or so. Then it's kind of an okay skin scent for about 2.5 hours, and that real light skin scent for about half hour's time to reapply. So 3.5, 4 hours. is really all I've gotten from it. And I've worn it basically 2 days now. So, and usually, especially with the Sauvage, I get one of these. I get two, sometimes three wearings. The Elixir, I got three wearings out of the little sample of the Sauvage. Usually I get two. I had to use two of these, or one and a half of these yesterday, and two more of them today. And still only got half the day in. And at the price they want for this, no, no. I wouldn't even buy it at half the price they wanted for this. It's $220 here in Canada. And I wouldn't give them $100 for this. $50, maybe. Maybe. And it's just because that performance is so, there's no projection, there's no real sillage, no longevity. If it lasted long, I could deal with the, like if you got a nice, good skin scent for 5 or 6, 7 hours, it'd be fine. But not a couple hours. Yeah. And it's water-based, which, you know, admittedly, I haven't tried every water-based fragrance out there, but I've tried a couple, and it's the same problem that most of them have. It's their performance. There's, like I said, there's no alcohol to push it off, so there's not really any projection, no real bubble. Like I said, it sits on it. It's white, it's milky, it's a little sticky. You know, it's kind of like a scented moisturizer, a very watery, lightly scented moisturizer, honestly. You know, you spray it on, you almost got to rub it. And it's just like most water-based fragrances. That's kind of what I think when I do it, is they're just like a watered down scented moisturizer. And I'm not giving nobody $220 for a scented moisturizer. I don't care whose name's on it. And it's kind of what it is, unfortunately. And the performance speaks to that. Now, I get why they do it. Some people, oh, you know, my skin's sensitive skin. I can't do the alcohol in the fragrance. Then spray your clothes. Don't get something like this, because they're just going to, if you buy this, they're going to think people want it. And they're going to just spray your clothes. If you can't handle alcohol on your skin, spray your clothes. If it's only a slight aversion, like I said, do what I do. A moisturizer, a spray or two of your fragrance, put it on, and then put it on your clothes. Which, speaking of clothes, this shirt, I've applied the fragrance twice today to it. And it's only been about 7 hours. And I can barely smell it. I'm not even joking. All I can really pick up right now is a slight hint of lavender. And a little bit of tiniest hint of the woods. And a slight light lavender. And again, smells good. I'm not saying the fragrance doesn't smell good. It's nothing. It's just a lavender wood fragrance, really, at the end of the day. So it smells fine. You know, nothing wrong with lavender woods. You know, perfectly nice fragrance. I would also say that this could be unisex because of the heavy dose of the lavender. The woods might be a little more masculine in the base for some women, but it's so light, it doesn't really matter. So I think this is going to be the first Sauvage in the Sauvage line that's probably not going to do too well. I can't imagine, other than the name, that would be the only thing that could save it. But I can't imagine most people going into a store, especially people who like Sauvage or Sauvage Elixir, going into a store and being like, "Ooh, you know, spraying it on there. Oh, I love this." You know, I can't imagine that. I think they're going to spray it on and kind of the same way I did, was like, "Oh, is this okay?" And that's the problem with it. It's okay. The smell, the performance is just, but the smell's okay. And for $200+ I expect way more performance than that, and definitely something that smells better than okay. It's got to smell it. It smells good, and this doesn't smell like that. It's okay lavender, really, and a little bit of spice, some woods. You know, nothing. I mean, I'm super glad they didn't go something super sweet or anything like that. I will, but I'd like them to see them come out with like a Eau Fortie parfum and actually use alcohol. It would probably help it out a lot better. And they just might, because I hate to be that guy, but I really think this is just going to be like most water-based fragrances. It's not going to be around that long, but it is Dior. They do tend to keep stuff for a while, so they may keep it. But I wouldn't be surprised within a year if this is just gone. And then again, I could be wrong, and it could sell out but I think it's going to be the first Sauvage. It's the first Sauvage for me that, the parfum I don't like because of the grapefruit, but I can understand why everybody else likes it because it is nice on everybody else, just on me. But it's the first Sauvage that I'm actually disappointed in, you know what I mean? Like, just like, oh. So hopefully they come out with an alcohol-based one because it would probably be really nice with some performance. Like I said, it smells okay. And if you got some performance, and maybe if it enhanced the resin a little bit, because the resin would give it a lot more character than just lavender and woods, it would be okay. But as is, give it a try. You might like it. It might work great for you, but definitely give it a try, guys. Don't, for the love of God, don't spend $200+ on this. Just give it a try. It's a Dior, so you can pretty much go to anywhere that sells Dior's and get a sample. They always have samples or testers there, so just try it. Please, for the love of God, try it. If it works for you, it's going to be great, but I think most of these are like me, and it's going to be a few hours and just smell okay, but very light. Yeah. So, all right, guys, that's it. Peace, love, be good to each other, and be good to yourselves.